start by putting some support on this fuel tank with I have a transmission jack with a fuel tank attachment on it. Obviously, if you're on the ground, you can use whatever you have to support this, because we're gonna have to lower it in order to reach the top of it. I'm just gonna adjust my tool here so that it supports it evenly on all sides. And of course, wherever or however you're supporting it, don't block your straps. Don't support it right where the straps are. So that's why I have it a little bit offset. This should work for us, so let's get the straps down. With a 15mm socket and a long extension, I'm gonna take this bolt off here for the strap. And there's another one up front. The other one is right over here. Now let's take the straps down to make room for the tank to come down. Push it up, backwards, and then unhook it. You can see the type of hook that it has. It basically pinches in like this, except it's open over here, so you would go up, over, and down through the hole. Do the same for the rearward strap. Set those aside, but make sure you remember which is which, because they do have slightly different shapes and lengths. Now very slowly and gently go down. We didn't disconnect any lines, so everything is still connected. Just keep that in mind. You can't just drop the tank at this point and rip the lines out. All I'm aiming for is to lower it a little bit so I can see what's up above. Okay, let's inspect the situation here. Before we go any further, I want to disconnect the filler neck, because that's going to hang us up when we go to drop the fuel tank. I don't want to remove it completely. I'm not disconnecting any fuel lines, or at least I'm going to try not to, but disconnecting this filler neck is kind of necessary if you want to lower the tank. With an 8mm socket, go ahead and loosen up this clamp as much as you need in order to release the hose off of here. Pull this clamp off, and now we have to break the hose free from the filler neck. And it's pretty stuck on there. I'm going to grab a pick. What I'm going to do with this pick is stick it in here like that, and a lot of times the rubber hose gets stuck to the metal, so the pick is going to help break it free. I'm just going to work it around. There we go. That broke free. At this point, we can slowly lower the tank, and as we lower the tank, hopefully we can pull this away from the filler neck. Just like that. Continue going down. Okay, stop here, check the fuel lines. Of course, like I said, they're not disconnected, so you want to keep making sure that it's not going to break anything. With the tank lowered enough, again, be very careful of your fuel lines and connectors. You don't want to overstretch anything. Here is the fuel tank pressure sensor. Go ahead and unplug it. And all you have to do at this point is just pull it up. Sometimes it helps to have a little pry bar to help pry it up. Try not to break it in here. Then you really have to pull the tank down and kind of fish the broken part out. I want to take this grommet off because it didn't come off with the sensor, and I have a new one. So I'm using some needle nose pliers, very gently trying to pull it up and out of here. There it goes. Okay, set this aside. Then you want to take your new sensor, slide it into the hole here, press it down all the way, and simply reconnect it. Make sure the connector clicks, of course. The sensor, as you can see, wobbles around. That's normal. It's not supposed to be 100% locked into place. It has that rubber gasket on there that's allowing it to move a little bit, but it is sealed up, so that's all that matters. Now we can put the tank back up. Now you can go ahead and bring the tank back up. And we can line it up with its mounting holes. Of course, as you go up, make sure that all of the lines and wires or anything that is attached to the tank is kind of going up with it and is not getting crushed, pinched, or anything like that. So I'm going to stop here, double check the lines. Yep, everything is still good. As you get closer, make sure that the tank lines up with its mounting location, and the filler neck should be almost into place now, which it is. Here's the filler neck hose and the filler neck itself. I connected it. I'm going to push the tank up, and as the tank comes up, this is going to kind of press itself on the filler neck more and more. Okay, push the tank all the way up against the body of the van. There we go. Filler neck is connected. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten up this clamp now while I'm here. With these worm clamps, if you have one of these, just make sure you don't over tighten it because they can strip out. These teeth just completely rip out. The bolt will overpower the threads and it'll break, but make it snug. That should be all set. Slide the strap in and hook it up and over. Slide it into its hole like that. That's how it mounts on this side. Do the same to the other side. Okay, that's in. Let's bolt them up. Line up the strap. Put the bolt through. Tighten it up. Make sure it's nice and snug, and let's do the same to the front one. Lower the support, and you're done.